nobody's seen the most dangerous heavyweight out there, Deontay Wilder, get taken to school once and then brutally knocked out in the second fight. I always said, if I can get past Deontay Wilder, then it'll be a long time before there's anybody else who can come close. Wilder's always been the most dangerous opponent in the division for me. And the rest of those guys, I'm not too concerned about.
And there's multiple evidence. There's witnesses on top of that. There's doctors. There's coaches. Man, the list goes on and on. Like I said, the evidence are overwhelming. Tyson Fury is also aware of what's going on because Tyson Fury, he said that Deontay Wilder Trilogy is more dangerous than Anthony Joshua. Hold on. You telling me the guy you supposedly washed in the second fight with ease, that don't have skill, supposedly, to these decafs. He can't fight. He don't got no skill. He only got a right hand. This one-dimensional fighter is more dangerous than Anthony Joshua? This is not what I said. This is not what I said now. This is what Tyson Fury said. This is to show you why Tyson Fury had to up the scale when it comes to cheating the second time with Deontay Wilder, because he knew what he was up against. You know, he had to even out the playing fields by cheating in order to get a fair crack at Wilder. That's how he looked at it. He looked at Wilder power as a cheat code. He's like, man, all he got to do is just hit me one time and I go to sleep. You're like, man, I can't avoid this man all night. We already know the saying in the sport of boxing. If you box, you're going to get hit. If you swim, you're going to get wet. Them two things just go together. And Tyson Fury, he knows, man, I can't avoid this man all night. In the first fight, this is according to Tyson Fury, he said he nearly killed me. Tyson Fury revealed that to the public. He said, man, this man nearly killed me in the first fight, and it was the 12th round. Right? That's why Tyson Fury had to up the scale when it came to cheating. This was all a setup. Remember, Tyson Fury was talking about dipping his hands in gasoline and putting them on fire fight night. He said this leading up to the fight. He said, I'm going to put my hands in gasoline and put them on fire fight night and knock him out.
Nobody knows this exclusive. I was speaking to an old legendary bare knuckle fighter from the travelling community. He's called Big Joe Joyce. And he told me about dipping his hands in petrol to toughen them up. So for this fight, I'll be dipping my hands in petrol for 5 minutes a day during the last 3-4 weeks of the training camp.
He pretty much said he's going to gain power. And remember, in sparring, when Nicholas Asbury busted him cheating in sparring, because he cheats in sparring and executes fight night, well, his trainer said at the time to the coach Asbury, that was a witness, he witnessed Tyson Fury cheating and all that. He said, we only tampered with his gloves so Tyson Fury could gain confidence. Hold on, you're going to gain fake confidence? And then fight night, you don't have power? Who does that? Why would you gain fake confidence? And why does he even need confidence with the way he talked? So you telling me all that is a circus? All that is pretty much fake? You trying to give him confidence by tampering with his glove to give him power? But they was trying to they were all clout. But no, that won't clout. They was trying to get him used to having power. So once he fight Wilder, he knows what it feels like to have power and how to take advantage of having power. That's what it was. That's what it was. You know what I mean? So what's your take on Tyson Fury claiming that the Deontay Wilder Trilogy match is more dangerous than an Anthony Joshua fight? You know, even though he supposedly washed him in the second match. If the decafs want to claim he didn't cheat, shouldn't he be able to do the same thing in the third fight because he's a boxer? We already know what the saying goes in the sport of boxing. Boxers always get the best of brawlers and bangers in rematches. So it should be even easier. If Tyson Fury claimed he struggled to lose all that weight, and when Wilder fought him the first time, he wasn't all there. That's why in the rematch, he walked right through him. It should even be worse in the Trilogy match. Now, why all of a sudden is more dangerous? Now, why all of a sudden he's running to fight a nobody that nobody heard instead of fighting Wilder? I'm telling you right now, it's bigger than Fury versus Anthony Joshua because the glove gate became bigger than the money gate itself. The people that didn't even watch the fight heard about Tyson Fury cheating. The casual fans that don't even watch the sport of boxing, they know about Tyson Fury cheating. So this made the fight bigger than ever. We know Ray sells, but he'd rather make chump change fighting a nobody than honoring his rematch clause and fighting Deontay Wilder. And for the people that say, oh, well, why Wilder didn't sue him? Why Wilder didn't sue him? Wilder want to get his revenge with his own hands. He that type of warrior. He wanna put hands on Tyson Fury, duh, because he could still sue Tyson Fury after the fight once he knock him out. But he won't be able to fight Tyson Fury after he sue him, because once he sues him, Tyson Fury's career is over. Duh. So what's your take on that? That he claiming Wilder fight is more dangerous?
Man, honestly, AKHi, that is the question of the century. Tyson Fury has a diabolical plan that he is trying to accomplish to get out of this one way or another. Why? Because this is the biggest victory in history, right?
When it comes to a fight on the hope list, yeah, this is like their Jeffrey.
Yeah, when it comes to a fighter on the hope list,
like a Jeffrey knocking out Jack Johnson. This is equivalent to that, and we know when Jack Johnson knocked out Jeffrey, there were riots.
Yep, big riots.
Right.
That my boy actually stay cooking in the kitchen, stay cooking. But I mean, it's just sad, honestly, because Tyson Fury is sitting here drastically trying to avoid Deontay Wilder. Why? Because he got a taste of that right hand, not only in the first fight, but in the second fight, even though he cheated. He had a taste of that power for 12 rounds. It's just like Deontay Wilder told him and Dominique Brazil, only got to be perfect for 5 seconds. Man, you got to be perfect for the whole fight.
Man, 1 second.
I got to be perfect for 1 second.
Right.
I got to be perfect for 1 second. Y'all got to be perfect for the whole fight.
Right.
Like I was saying, AKHi, man, Tyson Fury has a diabolical plan to get out of this fight by any means necessary, because he is reading the future. He's going nuts inside of his mental state because he knows what he did and he knows what's coming.
What goes
around, he knows what
around.
He's going to have to face.
What goes around,
he knows what goes around comes around. You're damn right.
And history repeats itself. And one thing for sure, guilt leading up to the fight going to be killing him. And he going to know, like, damn, his confidence is not going to be there. On the other hand, Wilder confidence is going to be over the roof, knowing the fact that this man had to go cheat to beat him. He like, man, this man got no cojones at all. He ate too much of that wild boar that ended up shrinking his cojones, because now he really don't have no cojones to hop in the ring. We could clearly see it. He don't have no cojones to hop in the ring with Wilder on an even playing field. He won't hop in the ring unless he cheats, just like Billy Joe Saunders with Andre. He will fight Andre when he takes steroids, but he won't fight Andre when Andre sends him an offer after that, because he can no longer get away with taking steroids and fighting Andre. So that's what I'm saying. Tyson Fury knows what time it is. The fact that this man got books, man. This man's selling books, selling stories, and we already know that it's all made up, because he got to depression because he failed 2 drug tests. And that's why he got suspended. He threatened a 70-year-old farmer. He bribed the man to lie in court. So y'all defending a known cheater? These decaps will say anything and everything. They will put any situation. They will come up with anything and everything except of Tyson Fury. Man, he does have a suspicious background. What if he did cheat? You know what I'm saying? They won't put that scenario. They won't put that scenario.
The Bible tells us that silence is golden, but my ears can still hear and my eyes can still see. The Bible also tells us to be swift to hear and slow to speak. You see, what you don't understand, thief, what you did is what my people deal with all the time. Someone cheating them from providing their greatness into the world. But it's a burden that we cut off only to make us stronger. I saw in the first fight where Ricky Hatton was pulling down your gloves to put your fist in the improper position. Y'all tried the same method the second time, but this time you scratched flesh out of my ears, which caused my ears to bleed. It's impossible for a brand new 10-ounce glove to bend, to keep a smushed in form, or to have loose space. I highly believe you put something hard in your glove. Something the size and the shape of an egg weight. Here's the reason why the side of my face swelled up in an egg weight form. And it left a dent in my face as well. But in the midst of it all, you still couldn't keep this king down. You would have had to kill me. In the end, it took a crab in a bucket referee and a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in just to stop me. Proverbs, the 6th chapter, 30, 31st says, excuses may be found from a thief who steals because he is starving. But if he is caught, he will have to pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he had to sell everything in his house. And payback is coming.
You need to be concerned because of where you're going in your career. Your manager should know about stuff like this and you really got to get I'm sorry to be a dick, but you got to get your manager on board with the entire thing. Because the entire camp, what kind of gloves he wears, like this is your manager's job to protect you. Like I'm supposed to protect you too, but what am I going to say to them? Hey guys, Tyson shouldn't have those gloves, unsafe. Barry, get the fuck out of camp.
Me too. I'll go home.
Yeah, but this.
I don't mind for 2 weeks. I've done enough.
Bro, not only these gloves beat up, you can I can tell. No, I can tell.
They pushed
that
us to the
been
front.
Beating these gloves up on a wall or something. Look, you can see that from here.
I can't believe that. But I personally.
I'm shocked. This does shock me. Like it doesn't shock me.
Bro, I can't do
It
it.
shocks me.
No, but I don't think.
No, don't. Here, you make.
This is Tyson's shit, and these are his bag, his sparring gloves that we've been sparring with. As you can see, there's no fucking padding in here, and all the padding's in the back of his fucking glove. Look at that shit. I could touch my other side of my finger with this shit, and there's shit falling out from the middle of the glove. Does he know who the fuck I am? He must not know, does he? Does he? What? Oh, he does not know. Look at this shit, man. And then, hold on, these are the sparring gloves they told me they got for me. These thick ass, look at, hold on, let's see, watch the squeeze. Going nowhere. Going nowhere. Watch this shit.